Crafters, it's day 23 of the 30-day craft room organization challenge, and today we are organizing our paper pumpkin and our kits. Now, this is probably going to be the most challenging day for me because this is an example of a system that I had in place that wasn't quite working well. And so I've needed to make some adjustments recently so that I can make sure I'm enjoying my time crafting and not getting overwhelmed with the details. So if you're not familiar, Paper Pumpkin is our monthly subscription kit that Stampin' Up! Comes out with, a new kit each month. And you can sign up for this on a month-to-month basis, or you can prepay in advance for a 3, 6, or 9-month subscription. And I love it because basically everything that you need is included in this box. So when I go on vacation or I go to a craft retreat, I just grab a box and I take it with me, and it's an easy project and it's so fun. But there's so much included in this box that you have to have a system. Now that's a surprise. So if you don't really like surprises, I advise you to check out the kit collection. This is something that Stampin' Up! Has for those who don't like surprises. They come out with 2 to 3 new kits every month. And these you can see on the website. So not in a catalog, but on the kits tab on the website. Very similar. It's a box. Some of them are card kits, but there are also other kinds of kits as well. And they come in a very similar box, except they look more like this. So let me just show you inside a paper pumpkin kit so I can show you what you'll need to organize. Inside the kit, you have a little Stampin' Spot ink spot. And what's cool about this is if you subscribe for a full year, you will have 12 different colors because they don't send the same color twice in a year. You have a stamp set that fits on a D block. And if it's the first time subscribing, then they'll send you a D block. But after your first month, then they don't include the D block anymore because you can continue using that one for all future kits. This was the 13-year anniversary, and so every March they send you a free gift. So we actually got a second free stamp set in this kit. Next is the tissue paper, and I personally save this because I have a bin in my back storage closet room that I have for gift wrap, and I just throw this in a bin, and I haven't bought tissue for a really long time. Next, you'll have to organize the box. And now sometimes it comes in this decorative box, but if it's just a plain box, then I tend to turn them inside out. So here's an example of what the plain orange box would look like, but you can just turn them inside out. And I like them this way because I use these boxes for mailing packages, or if I have like a Christmas gift or something, it's easy for me to decorate this and write someone's name on it. Okay, those are stored in my back craft room, but this is the actual kit, and I normally take it out of the box immediately when I receive it, and then I put it in one of those famous plastic bins from the Container Store. Looks like this, right? So I am actually all caught up on my paper pumpkins, but I just set my paper pumpkin kits in this. And then when I go to a retreat, I take this whole bin with me, and then I've got hours worth of paper pumpkins to catch up on. But as I mentioned, I'm caught up now. So when I open this, you can see what's inside. Okay, so for example, it comes with a piece of cardboard, and sometimes I save these for labeling things in my craft room. It now comes with instructions, or sorry, not instructions. It comes with artwork, so you can see the artwork for the stamp set. And this is a relatively new change. And so as a result, I needed to figure out what I was going to do with this piece of paper. So I'll show you that in a minute. It comes with instructions, like I mentioned. I personally prefer watching the YouTube video that comes out each month for each particular kit, but this is also helpful just to reference. It comes with some adhesives. It comes with the envelopes and the card bases. It has a lot of die cut images that you can punch out. So anyhow, when you are done making this kit, you have essentially all these different pieces left over to try and come up with a system. So let me just show you my system. My system for storing the inks is to keep them inside one of these boxes that the kits come in. And at one point, Stampin' Up! Had come out with a free gift, which they do occasionally, and it was basically this like white template that you could use to organize your inks in here. And it only came with one, and so I actually traced these and then have recreated more because I have 3 boxes of these ink spots. And I keep 1 on top and 2 on the bottom. So as of right now, I'm keeping 2 of each color. And then if I ever have more than 2, then I probably would sell those like at a retired sale. But one of the things I noticed is that it was sort of hard to read the color right here. So I created my own labels on some sticker paper that I then put on the top just to make it easier for me to read. But like I said, I have 3 boxes and I've labeled these, like, for example, this one's the Regals, Neutrals, and Basics. This is how I store my stamps. I have a shelf that's now labeled Paper Pumpkin, and I have been a subscriber since the beginning, so 2013. And back then, we used to sell wood stamps, and so these are wood stamp cases that I just put a piece of Designer Series paper in. They used to come with this little logo thing, so I have that in the front. And then I just put the year, and I keep 12 stamps in each year of the case. Well, here's where the system changed. So Stampin' Up! Does still sell the DVD stamp cases, and so I decided to switch to those, mainly because Stampin' Up! Has introduced dies. So there is a set of dies that now comes out for every 3 months of Paper Pumpkin. And so these dies were not fitting in my old system, and so I needed to find a new system. Now, I didn't want to keep these dies with my other dies because these only go with Paper Pumpkin, and so I wanted to store them in the individual case. The other change is that Stampin' Up! Started sending these image inserts, right? And so I decided to buy a pack of blue paper on Amazon, and then now I have 1 stamp case for every 3 months, as you can see labeled there. And then I just throw in a piece of the blue paper, and then I put the different images on the front and the back. So this month we had a free stamp set, so that's why there are 4 images there. But as you can see, that's going to be what I'm going to be working on, trying to get my stamps organized today and then make sure the dies go with them. So this is my pile that I still need to work on. So that's how I'm going to be organizing my stamps and dies moving forward. All of the leftover adhesive just goes in this little bin, which I've shown you before. So sometimes it comes with mini dimensional, sometimes it comes with regular, and it definitely always comes with lots of glue dots. So those just go in there. And then you will definitely have a bunch of leftover bits and pieces. And so that's why I started using these drawers. And I've already shown you these as well. I have been sorting and organizing this month, but I am still not finished. So you can see everything that is there that still needs to go in the drawers. But a lot of things go in, like the butterflies or the birds or the stars. That way I can get ready to use them on a future project. And the last step to organizing my Paper Pumpkin is the addition of this new binder. I just started this month with this challenge, but I bought this binder on Amazon, and then I used my alphabet letters to label it. On the front, I have the years, so I've been a subscriber since the beginning, and as you can see, this binder is pretty much full, so I'm going to end it with this year and then get a new binder moving forward. So here are the sheet covers on top. And these are actually meant to sort playbills if you're going to the theater, because it's a different size than you would normally see. But the most recent one's going to be on top, and then the oldest one is at the end. But this is just how I'm going to have all the instructions so I can refer back to. It's a handy reference too now to see which dies coordinate with each set. But I just like having this organized in some form or fashion in case I ever want to remember what year or month a particular kit was. And it's just a great pictorial reference to be able to see all of the kits that we receive each month. And then lastly, the kits. So not the paper pumpkin, but if I purchase a kit, it also comes with like the stamps and the ink. And so I needed a similar way to organize those. And so I'm just going to do 2 kits, stamps per box. And so recently, like I said, they started coming out with those, but in the past they did not have the images. So I would have to open these up to see what's inside. So maybe I'll add images later if I can find them online. But anyhow, so I have my kits on top, then paper pumpkin, and then moving forward, the new paper pumpkin with the dies. So anyhow, that's how I store mine. I know there's so many different ways to get organized with paper pumpkin. So I'd love to see what you are doing over in the Stamp with Cheryl Facebook group. See you there.